opens.
It opens.
The dress.
Wait, what?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Does anyone find that insanely gross, or is it just me? With the upbringing of Garaga's new model and kind of the quote-unquote normies getting to VTubing, it's been this huge discussion on whether lolicon is like moral or not. Now, I'm not here to comment on people's morals because we all have different morals, but I feel like at the end of the day, some instances are definitely worse than others when it comes to these types of discussions. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. If you don't know who Garagar is, essentially she's a really big VTuber who used to be a part of a company, but now she's independent and she has created her own VTuber. Now, I did have a bit of some problems with Garagar before because her past model did have the whole 1,000-year-old thing, which I don't think it's bad to have a VTuber who is a child, okay? I don't think it's bad to have a VTuber who is childlike or who acts like a child, but you are definitely catering to those people when you make a VTuber that is 1,000 years old or older than they look. And by those people, I mean pedophiles, weirdos, just people in general who love children. And those weirdos will now create NSFW art or sexualize your VTuber because they look like a child. But anyway, with Gargara, which I'm probably saying her name wrong by the way, but whatever, besides the point. With her new model, it has been kind of blowing up lately. Just got more attention because, I mean, number one, it's a new model, and second off, she has this whole model where if you take off her shirt, which you saw in the intro, her tummy is out, like her stomach is out. And she said something about like feet being out, which people are pointing out that it's kind of weird for a childlike model to have that design. There could be an excuse that it's like an 1,000-year-old model or whatever you want to come up with, but at the end of the day, like, her model still looks like a child. And I mean, there have been some comments that have been saying that it looks like an adult or it's just an adult with childlike proportions. Which, okay, if we go down this rabbit hole of saying that Garagara has an adult body, but she's just small, which, by the way, I get it. Short adults exist, but short adults don't have childlike proportions for the most part. Of course, there can be some exceptions and people will bring up some exceptions, I'm sure. But for the most part, most people do not look like children. There is a very thin line between what makes a child and what makes an adult. And I want to bring up the fact that these are conscientious. These are conscientious decisions. Her whole design had so much thought put into it, especially if you're making art out of it. It takes weeks, months, sometimes even years to make a design. With VTubers, a lot of the time you're thinking of profit when you think of designing VTubers. It's literally the face of your voice. Aragara probably makes a ton of money, and from that stream alone, she probably did make a lot of money from it. And with these types of proportions that these children VTubers use, usually, it's very big heads, which anime, I do have to admit, has very big heads in general. But there's definitely a difference between this and that. Not to mention, these VTubers purposely pitch up their voice to appear more childlike, which again, there is adults with high-pitched voice, but when you mix things such as big head, smaller features, and just overall child proportions, it kind of makes you look weird. There was also a comment that I saw on TikTok that said her artist did NSFW lolly art. But honestly, I went searching and I didn't really find anything that had anything to do with NSFW. If you go into their portfolio, there's a lot of children VTubers that they make. None of them look inherently not safe for work. I looked through all of them and there was none that really like stuck out to me as being an NSFW design. But also, I don't know what's underneath, you know? Like, I don't know if anything is like Garagara's design where it just comes off or whatever. I don't know. But from the initial designs, they all look child friendly at least. But what I do have to say about her artist is that she did repost something about Nekopara, which, if you don't know what Nekopara is, it's essentially basically Lolicon, but in a video game. I don't really know much about it myself because I haven't played it before, but I do know it caters towards lolicons because a lot of the characters are underage. And I think that that's her artwork. And if she did support it, it would be kind of weird. But I don't know. I don't know her past. That's just what I've researched. So if you have anything to say about her artist in the comments, then that would be awesome. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. This was Raccoon, and I hope you guys subscribe and comment down below your thoughts and ideas. Bye bye!